What's up, YouTube? So I'm test driving a 169,000 mile Ford E150 from 6 of 00. So on my initial 3-minute road test or less, there's no warning lights. The brakes don't feel fucked up. The wiper blades don't clear on the passenger side. Driver's side does. Steering's a little notchy. The shifter's a little hard, but I have to say, this thing's in really good shape for 170,000 miles. And the point of this video is so many people are afraid of mileage. I would be petrified if I didn't know anything about cars. It really takes a trained, experienced person to test drive a car and say, wow, this thing's legitimately not falling apart. Sight unseen for rust and corrosion underneath. But to road test a high mileage vehicle and say, wow, this thing's tight in our languages. Tight means this thing's good. So my road test shows up well. So this doesn't really tell you slightly worn front end parts, low brake pads. But initially, no front end knocking. Steering wheel's not jacked up. The steering wheel's not shaking. The brakes aren't pulsating. There's no warning lights on the dashboard. I didn't go through climate control features yet, but I would be willing to bet that they work. Well, that works. We don't really have any engine temp yet. But I have my my Jeep up for sale that's got 230,000 miles on it. And I guarantee that my 08 Wrangler is in better shape than most people's 08s with 100,000 miles on it. My axle seals don't leak. The engine don't leak oil. Everything's been replaced that needs to be replaced. So you should be petrified, but then again, you shouldn't be petrified. If you have a really good mechanic and you're looking at a high mileage car, don't be afraid. Certainly tons of value in high mileage vehicles. And if it's been taken care of, you have nothing to worry about. There's more people out there who are not taking care of their cars and abuse the shit out of them and then are resell and put them up for sale that are legit piles of junk. Like ready for the junkyard at 60, 70, 80, 90, 100,000 miles. And that's the truth. So don't be afraid of high mileage cars. I, for one, am not. Especially if you get in it and the engine's not knocking and rattling. There's no warning lights on. It has plenty of power. The suspension's not noisy. The brakes feel okay. All right, so you move on to the next part. Is there hidden, quirky things in older cars and brand new cars? You could have a check engine light one day. It goes off and never comes back on for 6 months. That can go on in a brand new car. My Kia has quirky issues constantly. Cameras, lane changing sensor issues, all kinds of quirky little buggy shit that goes on, and that's a brand new car. And I'm paying, tons of money for it every month with full coverage, a car payment, and all that stuff. Thank God it's a lease, and I won't be leasing when that lease is up. I'm going to stick to driving my high mileage vehicles that don't cost me anything other than repairs and maintenance, which I'm completely fine with. But then, don't be afraid of high mileage cars, especially if you have a really good technician. That's for technician, mechanic, that you can get the car to the shop, let them look it over and say, hey, wow, this 200,000 mile vehicle is in excellent shape. They've taken care of it. Thanks for watching.